What's up, guys? My name is Wookie Titty. It's been a while since I put a video on the channel, but decided to give it a shot and do some Space Engineers videos. Been playing this game for a while now. I've got about almost 500 hours in it. 493 to be exact. But yeah, so I've already made a ship that can get up into orbit. I've got a small platform on an asteroid up there with a refinery and an assembler and stuff. I ended up using one of Splitsy's methods. Splitsy's another YouTuber who makes some amazing videos. I highly recommend, if you're getting into Space Engineers, that you check him out. He's got a lot of good tips for getting started with some craft and different methods, like attaching a large grid rotor head to a small grid, which allows you to put a large grid ore detector on the small grid ship. And that's really useful for finding ores on the planet, especially with a rover. This was a rover that I had, but I retrofitted it to become a flying ship, an orbital ship with hydrogen thrusters. And when I got up there in that, I realized that I definitely needed something more maneuverable for going in and around asteroids. And that's what leads me to this contraption. So this is, I've called it the Saturn V, but it definitely doesn't look like a Saturn V, like, obviously. But it uses some of the principles of the Saturn V rocket to in its design, namely that the bottom stage, the first stage, is hydrogen powered. There's a hydrogen tank in the middle, hydrogen thrusters on every corner, and then small hydrogen thrusters on all the outside edges. And then there's a couple of merge blocks here, and the top half of the ship, or the second stage, is all ion powered. So when I was up in space setting up my first base, I found some platinum. Oh, running out of hydrogen. I found some platinum, and so I went ahead and made some ion thrusters. I need to fill up my jetpack, and those ion thrusters will allow my ship to be a lot more maneuverable, especially because it'll be smaller. The front half of this ship is over half the size of that ship over there, and it's got a lot more thrust to weight capacity. It's got one medium cargo container and a oxygen generator, which I'm thinking that if I'm able to get into space with this, I may keep this bottom half as like a traversal stage. Like when I'm going from place to place, I'll hook up to it. In retrospect, what I should have done is put the oxygen generator on it, and then plumbed maybe a connector or something in the middle so that I could use it multiple times. Technically, you can use a merge block multiple times. It's just going to be harder to get these merged back together. But anyways, this first stage also has a small battery on it. And I did that because it's also got these parachute hatches on all of the corners that are set to auto-deploy at 1,000 meters. So my original thought was that when I get up to the point where my ion thrusters are effective, which I think is like 30 kilometers, 30,000 meters, when I get up to that point, I'm going to deactivate the merge block, and the first stage will still be in planet gravity, so it's just gonna fall back to Earth. And my thought is that these parachutes can deploy at 1,000 meters and slow its descent. And I also got a beacon on it, so that I can find it. I kind of took that inspiration from SpaceX, kind of trying to do what SpaceX does, where they retrieve the first stage. Now, obviously, what would be a lot cooler, and what I probably should think about doing, is adding a remote control block to this with an autopilot script. And then when this detaches, the autopilot takes it back, brings it back, and lands it. I don't know, maybe I can build another platform over here that I can land on, or or maybe even, I don't know if I could get so granular as to bring it back and connect it up right here. That'd be pretty dang cool, because then I could just use this as an ascent stage and then send it to return back down to Earth. And I might try that on the second iteration. I'm thinking this is just more of a Mark 1 kind of thing. But everything's fueled up. I think everything's all ready to go. I don't really need anything else. I've got a station up there that I'm going to plan on landing at. And I'm going to go ahead and mark that on my map, and I'll go ahead and turn off. So this is the boundary of space right here. So this is what I'm going to be shooting for. Go ahead and turn that marker off. Actually, no, this is the space barrier right here. So that's what I'm actually going to be shooting for. I'll delete that. I've got quite a few GPS tags, but I've got most of them hidden because most of them are ores. And I don't really need ore right now. So, I guess, I don't know if I'll even be able to go third person here. Probably not, because I'm connected up. So, what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and set my hydrogen tank to stockpile off, and turn on my hydrogen thrusters. I'm just going to make sure that they're all fired up. Looks like they are. And I think the next deal is to just go ahead and detach and then lift up. So, all right, there's my approach vector. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. My asteroid base is a little bit further, so. All right, let's give this a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy, you're not moving. Oh, what happened there? Huh, is that hydrogen tank off? Oh, the batteries. I knew that was going to happen. All right. All right, so what happened there was the batteries were on recharge because I was docked up to the station. And when I disconnected, there was no more power, so the whole thing just turned off. All right. Take 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! This thing has got some boost. Wow. I don't think I was expecting it to be that fast. I mean, it's got 4 large hydrogen thrusters and it's only 59,000 kilograms. So it's not surprising. So what I'm going to do here is it's kind of a trick. It's not really. Basically, I'm trying to conserve as much fuel as possible, just so that I can get up to where I need to go. So I'm basically going up to 100 meters a second and then letting it drop down to 50 before applying more, because I don't have any oxygen generators hooked up to my hydrogen tank because I did this all through a merge block, and in retrospect, I probably should have done that. But let's see, we're about 5,900, 5 kilometers up. So the hydrogen thrusters should get a bit more efficient up here. They're pretty good as it is, but yeah, I'm trying to conserve hydrogen because I know that this one hydrogen tank probably won't get me to space, but my thinking is it'll at least get me high enough that I can use my ion thrusters. So This thing's actually really maneuverable. I'm very happy with it. It's only got one gyroscope, or maybe two. Did I put two on there? I think I put two on there. But they're balanced right at the center of mass, which is really what you want. So I need to see my speed, actually. So yeah, 10 kilometers up, 55% on my hydrogen. I'm really hoping that I have enough hydrogen to at least get to the point where my ion thrusters are effective. Let's go ahead and turn those on. Whoop, turn the dampeners off. So, ooh, they're going to start damaging everything. I'll have to turn those off. Man, there's a lot of design things that I didn't consider when building this, but I mean, it seems to be working okay. So the higher up we go, the less effect gravity has. I'm already at under half, 1/2 G, and the higher I go, the easier it'll be to just kind of coast. As you can see, I'm already at the point where I don't really have to apply forward thrust as much. So I'm hoping that this will be the start of a series of videos. I know I haven't been very consistent in the past, but I'm thinking that I'm going to try and get back into making videos, and since this is one of the games that I really enjoy, I think I might try to make some videos. I'm not good at building ships, as you can see, but you know, most of the time I'm fairly competent and confident in my building ability, so we'll see though. So I'm just under 20 kilometers now. I need to check to see when ion thrusters are effective enough to produce lift. Probably should have done that before I took off. I mean, there's a lot of things I should have done, a lot of things I didn't do. So, but it looks like we're making it. We've got about 38% left in our hydrogen tank, hitting 22,000 meters. It's getting a lot easier to just kind of boost us back up to 100 meters a second for, you know, about a second or so. I could just put the hydrogen thrusters on override, but I don't want to burn all of the hydrogen in there if I can help it. Just because what I plan on doing is retrieving this first stage, and I think that if I can save some of the hydrogen in it, that I can reuse it. I can basically get the first stage back to my base where I just was, and use my other ship to retrieve it and to get it back to the base and attach it up to the connector and stuff. So I may have to get a little inventive. I may use a merge block or something just to get the two pieces to attach up, but we'll see. So we're almost at 30,000 kilometers. It's getting a lot easier to just kind of coast now at about 0.13 G right now. So we'll be in space pretty much. So I wonder, let's see what happens if I turn my ion thrusters on. So those look like they're fully functioning. I'm going to go ahead and detach my first stage, and I'm going to use ion thrusters. And I especially want to do it before I get out of the gravity well, because I don't want the first stage to come to space with me. So we're going to go ahead and detach in 3, 2, 1. Boost away from those, and there it goes. All right, That is falling back down to the planet, I believe, or it will be. I am almost out of the gravity well. A little bit of a jitter there. Sweet. It looks like I'm in space with my, well, just about 0.09. I'm in space with my, this is basically just an ore scout ship. It's got an ore detector. It's got a couple of drills. I mean, it's got a medium cargo container, and I'm playing on 10x, so that's quite a lot of cargo space. I'm going to hide my, that one, the merge block. So I'm just about out of planet gravity, and once I am, I'm gonna stand still and I don't know if I can get my spectator camera down there. I haven't used spectator cam in a long time, so I don't even know how. But yeah, we're almost into 0G. And we'll go ahead and check on the status of my first stage if I can. I think what I might do is go ahead and take this and dock it at my little asteroid base. Ooh, I just noticed the battery power there. Apparently 2 batteries is not enough for 4 large thrusters, 4 large ion thrusters. All right, so I'm in space. All right, so it looks like it's falling. All right. Wow, this thing turns quick. Jeez whiz. All right, let's go ahead and boost up. And we'll just coast over there. Whoop, 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 whoop. That was my mouse. Damn, that gyroscope. I might need to turn down the sensitivity on that. Yeah, I do have 2 of them. Let's go ahead and group them together. And we'll just go ahead and decrease power and increase power just in case. Okay, that's not responsive enough. That's pretty good, but it's not like twitchy. Alright, that's good enough. I think what I'm going to need to do too is remove 2 of those large thrusters because they overload my batteries as soon as I apply them. So I really wonder if that first stage is going to make it back. I'll go ahead and, like I said, dock this with my asteroid base, and then I'll respawn down on the planet and try to go find that first stage. Once it lands, which it may not even be landed by the time I get back down there. So what I really should have done is put a remote control block on this and set it to go to this asteroid base, and then I could just follow my first stage. But turn that off. I need to name this ship. Ore Scout. And then I will turn the antenna off. Only because I know that there are NPC ships, and I'm fairly certain that they respond to active antennas. but I'm not 100% sure about that. So something I just thought of, I don't have a connector, but this thing is barely using any power, just coasting. I mean, it's at 1%, 18 hours of flight time. I could always put a connector back here where the merge block is. Just take the merge block off and put a connector there. I'm very curious to see if that... I mean, I still see the beacon, so at least the beacon is still active, which means it's still attached to power somehow. It only had a small battery on it, so I'm... just either went out of range of it or something. Man, these cargo ships have me really worried. I need to turn those off. I'm not prepared to deal with any enemies at this point. This is only the third time that I've been to space on this playthrough, and I just don't know if I have the ability to deal with them. So that kind of concerns me, because that beacon just went offline. Either it crashed or something. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll go ahead and slow us down a little bit. Go ahead and turn and... So I like that this thing is really quick on the acceleration. Just, I don't like it. Oh man, it really, really drains the batteries whenever I thrust forward. Definitely going to have to remove a couple of ion thrusters on the back, or turn them into small ones at least. I don't need nearly as much power as it's getting right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, helmet. Whoops. Alright. I'm going to grind off this merge block. I'll put a connector back here. It's going to go ahead and manufacture all this stuff. I've got easy inventory on because I think it's probably the best mod that I've ever played with. It just makes the whole process so much easier. I mean, my main complaint about Space Engineers has always been that you can't have the screen over on the right that shows you what components go into something. You can't have that and the inventory screen open at the same time. So you literally have to remember the components that you need. So whenever you go into an inventory, so... there we go. P. And then I'll turn my ion thrusters off, and I'll set my batteries to recharge. So, let's see how these are doing. Oh boy, fully depleted. So I'm not sure that these are going to be enough to keep this base going. The good thing is, you know what, is there stuff still refining? No, nothing's working. I'm thinking that this refinery, I mean, is it using power even when it's not working? Oh, yes, it is. I don't think I knew that. This oxygen farm doesn't require any... yes, it does. Max required input 20 kilowatts. Okay, so that oxygen tank is full, and it requires power too. I just turn everything off. Leave the connector on. Refinery's off. Solar panels are on. Let's go ahead and put everything in my assembler because I'm going to kill myself. And I'm going to respawn down at my... What? Why can't I... What? Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't I choose where to respawn? One Google search later. Alright, so I'm back. Respawn is a setting in the world options. I disabled that and we're going to try it out. And if this doesn't work, then you're not going to see it in the video because I'm going to cut it. But, because I don't want to feel like an idiot. I'll just go ahead and put all this stuff in there. There's no sense in carrying it around with me. Try this again. And... Yes! Awesome. Alright, so I've got a small medical station, 2 small medical stations. This one's on my little hover ship, and that one's on the place where I just was. So we'll respawn at this medical room. And, alright, so here's what has me concerned. Saturn V first day. Oh, is that it? Ow. I think that's it. Oh, that's the beacon. Okay, so I guess what happened was I went out of the beacon's range. That had me really, really scared. So it landed a kilometer away. All right. Alright, it actually looks like it's in really good shape. Anything damaged? It's a little tiny bit of damage. I don't think I lost any thrusters, which is incredibly awesome. This is still intact. That is so cool. Alright. Let's see how much hydrogen I've got left. 1/3. It appears that the parachutes deployed exactly like they were supposed to. Oh, that's so cool. That just makes me so happy. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn these off because I don't want to use any more hydrogen than I already have. The real trick is going to be getting this off the ground, and I think that I'm going to have to use my other ship with a merge block on it to do so. And I'm probably going to have to... Oh boy. Oh boy.
Fuel low.
That was almost a utter disaster.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, I know. I forgot that I don't have a hydrogen bottle on me. Using hydrogen on an atmosphere on a planet is not advised if you don't have a hydrogen bottle because it just goes so fast. I get why they did that. I can't say that I'm necessarily a fan, but I understand the reason for it. So go ahead and fill back up. Can I actually build a hydrogen bottle? I don't even know. Tools, hydrogen bottle? It would appear that I can. Go ahead and put it in here. Fill it up. I also need to switch my character tools to the regular ones because I don't have the special ones on me anymore. Alright. I'm going to grab the stuff for a small grid merge block. And I'm going to put that on this ship. But the first thing I'm going to do is remove this because this thing it just doesn't work. For some reason, there's something wonky about the physics of small grid rotors and large grid blocks on the other end of it. It works really well for rovers, but man, it just does not work for ships. So let's see, I still have ice in my hydrogen generators. My hydrogen tanks are full. I designed these cool little landing gears. Go ahead and turn that on and then unlock my landing gear. And then when I press 3, which is a timer block, you'll see they... Whoop! Oh, I had share inertia tensor on. That was my own mistake. So... Why am I drifting down? I have 3 large thrusters on this. It really shouldn't be moving. The other thing is the gyroscopes on this are just not quite enough to rotate it with any efficiency. Go ahead and lock that. Turn my hydrogen thrusters off. And I'll put a merge block. I think I'll put it right here. I don't know. That might be too close. I'm going to take... Can I put it there? I can't put it in the middle there. Yes, I can. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in because I always get really, really trepidatious about attaching anything to only a conveyor block. It just really makes me nervous. So, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that thing up there is on its side, and this is going to be on the bottom, so I may have to get creative. I may need to turn one of these large hydrogen thrusters sideways. Actually, what I should do first is take all the ice out of this because I really don't need it per se. I don't understand why that's pulling these hydrogen generators were sending it to my tank that's over in the base. I really should get them probably on a separate system somehow. I mean, 96% is really more than enough. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these off because I don't think I'll need all that much fuel over there. I've got two hydrogen tanks on this thing. So just pull this over here. Make sure that it's not going to use... Sometimes if you're not fast enough, it'll pull it back over, I guess. Alright. I mean, by all accounts, this thing is empty. I'm really glad they started organizing these by which grid it's on. Like all the white ones are at the top, and they're the ones that are attached to, you know, whatever inventory you're currently using. So, okay, let's turn those on, unlock that, and we're gonna go up here. I really like the way this thing looks. I think the three thrusters pointing down looks really cool. Really cool. I love the model, the block model for the large hydrogen thruster. It just looks so awesome. So like I said, I think this is on its side, and what I might need to end up doing is, hang on, first things first. Rotors. Yeah, I'm going to turn those shear inertia tensors off. Yeah, both of those. Alright. And then we press 3, and now that'll just go down. I'm going to land this right next to it first, and just kind of check out what we got going on. Oh my god. Man, that really locked on there. Whew. Gee whiz. Alright. I think... Actually, what I might be able to... man, this just really skews me out. First thing I'm going to do is grind this off. And I think I'm going to try and tilt it back this way if I can. I wonder how much it would complain if I tried to attach that landing gear to it and moved and just like tried to tilt it or get it to somewhere where it's more level, like up here. Yeah, like if I could get it up here just by using the landing gear, then I could try and set it down so that it's facing, so that this part is on the bottom. The other option is I could use a couple of pistons and try to push it, just try to tilt it back over this way, or a gyroscope. I could... What do I need for a small gyroscope? I need 10 steel plates, 3 computers, 2 motors. Let's just see. Do I have all that in here? Because if I can put this on here and then rotate it back over that way, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I've never attempted anything like what I'm about to attempt. And, okay. Oh boy. So it's roll. Whoa, 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 whoa. That actually worked. Holy crap, I can't believe that worked. Oh my gosh. Alright, so oh, that is so cool. Alright. I'm going to replace the merge block. Right there. I am so pleased that that worked, and I don't think it damaged anything. There was a little bit of banging, but unbelievable. I can't... Oh, man! That was so cool! That was... Oh, there's a little tiny something there. That was completely using something not intended for that purpose to fix that. I mean, that was... Oh, that was so cool. Alright, here we go. I'm going to unlock my landing gear. Oh, nope, nope. Turn those on first, and then unlock the landing gear. Unlock the landing gear. There we go. Alright, and I'm drifting downwards because I don't have enough sideways thrust. But I knew that, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, we'll just try to line this up a little bit. I'm still drifting downwards, man. Oh, there we go. Oh, did it merge? It did merge. Ha ha ha! Yes. Result. All right. First thing I'm going to do I'm going to put that connector back on here because I'm going to dock it back up to the base. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and turn these hydrogen thrusters back on just to give me... Oh, man, it's still... Why is it still going down? There's no way that I'm heavy enough for all these thrusters. But unless I am. I don't know. Great. It's going to touch down. Go ahead and put this back on here. Still going down. That is so strange. Look at this. I've got 8. Wait, is it? Okay, I'm thinking that was a rotor bug. I still have rotors on those landing gear, so... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this back and dock it up, and I think that will probably make a good end to this video. I am super pleased with how this turned out. I honestly didn't expect it to work. Maybe that's just me being a pessimist. Maybe I was just trying to be a little bit more realistic about my own building ideals. Who knows? But I'm just so pleased that it worked. So yeah, I was trying to take a page out of SpaceX's book and make it reusable, because that means that I don't have to rebuild a first stage when I want to take this back up again. So, by the way, the reason I have downwards thrusters is because this was designed to be a space, like a ship for space. I don't strictly need them for atmosphere, but it does make it a little bit easier to control, just because you can really force yourself to go down if you need to. So we'll line it up. And in this direction. And it's probably this one. Yeah, it's this one. Gonna go ahead and lock it. And there we go. That was... I'm so pleased that that worked. I'm just beyond words. I really didn't expect it to. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. And please don't hesitate to leave a comment if anything's wrong. I already know that my audio settings were kind of messed up, so I'm going to try and fix that before the next episode. But I wanted to stay consistent, and I'll probably try to fix it in post. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.